So I had an off week trying to find a good movie to watch, and we started 3, watched a few minutes of each of them. I think one of them we watched quite a bit longer than that, but we just could not get into them. So we ended up watching something that we didn't really have to think too much about and we hoped would give us quite a few laughs, but I didn't realize that it would be so bananas. Hi, my name is Amy Vishwanatha and you're watching Indian Movie Music Lover. Since Farhan Akhtar is one of the producers of this movie and Jackie Shroff is also in it, and I do enjoy both of them, I thought that this movie would be different, even though there are some actors that I really don't know in this. And don't get me wrong, I do love a slapstick comedy. I've watched all of the Go Mom movies, and I've even watched quite a few of David Devin's movies as well. So you know I do enjoy a good slapstick comedy. I hesitated to do this review because honestly, I like finding the positive in things, and I know people worked really hard to get this movie out for everybody to watch. Anyway, enough of my blabbering. Let me get to the review. I felt that this movie was all over the place, but again, I've seen many a movie in this category do the same thing. The difference here though is I think they tried a little too hard to be funny. It repeated the same things over and over in many instances, especially the bananas. Now I did find a few of those scenes pretty funny, but it did get old after a while. Now the storyline itself wasn't terribly bad. And it could have actually worked if the movie had been filmed a little bit differently and maybe a different person as Toto. So basically, a rich dude rips a lot of people off and tries to make an escape as a gorilla with the most incompetent person on the planet. Predictably, there was a real gorilla who actually got loose when the plane that he was actually on crashed. The whole story revolves around Toto and Chirag making their way from Mumbai to Diu with a few stops and few acquaintances made along the way. And Ranger Topi, who is trying to find the real gorilla, tails them part of the way. And we can't forget Chirag's uncle, who somehow leaves him behind with his brand new truck and tells him not to touch it, knowing exactly what kind of a person he is. Well, you know he has to take it after that. That's quite obvious. As for performances, I really don't think Jackie Shroff was a good fit for this, and I hate to say that. And I do like Jackie. I've seen quite a few of his movies. I enjoy watching Tiger too. The funny thing is, my husband and I had the exact same thought, that Jackie probably never wore the gorilla suit, and why would he? I would have skipped it too. All they needed were his face shots as the gorilla, and that obviously was not done inside the suit. Quite honestly, I don't feel that he was all that much into the role, and I think it kind of showed. Adar, who played Chirag, on the other hand, I thought might have tried a little too hard. If he had kind of eased up a little bit, I think he would have felt more natural and really got into the character in a great way. It almost felt forced. I did not know the actresses, but they've performed their parts pretty much the way you would expect in this type of film. They overdid it where it was needed, maybe a little bit too much in some places, but that is really typical for these slapstick comedies. Okay, you may find this a bit odd, or you may not because of who it is, but the person who made me laugh the most was Rajpal Yadav. In his true hysterical fashion, jumped right into the role of Ranger Topi and completely got it right. And those hats on the Rangers, they made me laugh so hard. Something so small made me laugh so hard. I think I laughed almost in every one of his scenes. He's so serious when he's being totally stupid, and I just love it. The movie started at an average pace, trying to familiarize us with how oblivious to real life, klutzy, and what an unaware troublemaker Chirag was. I do think this build-up was pretty decent, and I did have some nice laughs as it built up. But once we got to the road trip, I found myself wondering how fast this movie would be over. It wasn't ever too slow, but it did not hold my attention. And that actually caused me to be more aware of the time. I rarely find myself checking the time while I'm watching a movie. I also found myself predicting what would happen next before it actually happened as a bit of a time pass. I think the longest part was actually at the end where they had the big fight. I had to leave the room for a minute and I came back and I'm like, they're still fighting? It was different. I guess I would say an in-betweener, where it wasn't really too slow or too fast, but not just right either. The movie progressed to the end exactly as predicted. Everyone ended up where you knew they would end up, and it wasn't really any big deal. I really wish I had more to add to this, but there's just not much to say. If you happen to watch it, you'll understand what I mean. I wish I liked this movie more. If someone asked me whether or not they should watch this movie, I would tell them I wouldn't watch it again, but it is up to what they enjoy and they would definitely get a couple of laughs. And I would also tell them it's definitely a one-time watch. But I can't even say it was a good time pass, because the time did not pass the way it normally does. Maybe it was because the night was already so off anyway. That could be it. There's a lot that could have been done better in this movie to actually hold my attention and make me laugh more. I do feel like it was a wasted opportunity to get people really feeling good with lots of laughs. I am sorry, but I do have to give an honest opinion when I'm doing reviews, as much as I don't want to say these things. Especially when there's actors involved that I do really enjoy. Sorry guys. So what did you all think of the movie? Am I like the only one not feeling it? That is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please do share this video with your friends. I would greatly appreciate it, and don't forget, go out and have a laugh-tastic day. Am I getting cheesier or is it just me?